Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to another video. Okay, so I am doing my second paycheck for the month of March. It's my first paycheck from my second job, but my second pay that I'm receiving in March. All right, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I actually got paid on March the 10th, budgeted the money, did what I needed to do, just did not record. The video had some other stuff going on, so I wanted to come on and record this video just so I can show you guys what happened. What had happened was. All right, so I'm trying to do this without my glasses, but it really is blurry. But I don't like the glare on them. Okay, so let's get into it. So for this paycheck, I gotta put them on. I received $662. And let's see what I did. First things first, which I did not do. I noticed as I was getting ready to record the video, I did not send my $25 over. But I think I did it on my first paycheck. So if I did, then I'm not going to use this paycheck for it. But I just need to double check and make sure. But I believe I did send 25 or 20 or something over to them. Next is, I think that's it. That's all. Because I tried not to use this check for my bills. I want to stick to my main source of income. That way, whenever I decide to leave the second job, it's not interfering with my regular paychecks. All right, so, or at least interfering with my bills, put it that way. Okay, so what I did do was I paid two debts, extra three. I paid, let me turn this on. Okay, so for Upgrade, I sent them their $100. And then for Lending Club, I went ahead and sent them their 150. So that's two debts that are paid. And then for my AC loan, I did move that money over to a separate account. I have it auto drafted into this bank account, and that is all that comes out of that account. So there's just enough money to cover that expense. They may pull it out. It's due on the 17th, so they'll probably pull it out tomorrow or truly on the 17th. So I spent, what is wrong with my thing? $367.33 towards debt. And then nothing, yes, I did. Okay. So for allowance, $17.30. I know what I did. Lately, I noticed at work that my wrist has been hurting. So I went to Five and Below and got like a keyboard riser. So my keyboard can rest up some. And something else I bought in that store. I don't remember what it was. I'll have to actually look to see. But I was trying to get some stuff that way, like even for my wrist with the mouse and I know I got the keyboard riser. And then dining out, I did treat myself out to dinner because what I have a goal for 2026, and that's every month to do some type of self-care for me. Something that I want to do that is going to make me happy. And I'm documenting every month what I'm doing. That way at the end of the year, when I look at it, I can go back and say, I did this, this, and this during those. You know what I mean? Like in 2026. Okay. So next, no gas. Gas came out of this paycheck, and which is absolutely ridiculous, but we'll keep moving. Household. So household, I spent 124.01. Not in my budget at all. But what has the mortgage, not the mortgage company, nope, the insurance company. I increased my or upgraded my policy, and they wanted to do an inspection. They were just going to come and walk around the outside of the home. And when they did, I don't know if many of you know, but your home settles. So, which sometimes people may say the home shifts a little bit. So, in one corner, you could see where it was shifting and you could start seeing the crack. So, my neighbor who works in construction was telling me he was telling me what to go get, how to fix it and all this stuff. So we went through the whole process, and I became a little DIY person, but it was so awesome. It was so awesome. I spent my Saturday doing that. So I was so happy after it was done. The other thing is I spent 5112 unexpectedly. And what happened on this part is my son's girlfriend, her birthday was this past week. And he called and he was saying that he didn't have the funds he wanted to send her something. And I told myself, okay, let's just send her some flowers. So that night, because her birthday was the next day, we ordered flowers and I'm going to call this company out because listen, let me tell you something. I was really upset. It was For You Flowers. They ask you to put in the zip code of where you want it delivered. I put in the zip code, And they were like, okay, they let me keep going through the whole process, ordering, picking out the flowers, ordering the flowers, making the payment and everything. On their website, it says that they will be delivered in 4 hours. So I called that morning at around 9 just to confirm that they got my order and it will be delivered before 2 p.m. The lady said, okay, let me go ahead and put a note on the account. So like around 2:15, I check it and it doesn't even say it's out for delivery. I call back and I'm like, listen, I did this last night. Your website says there's a 4 hour window when you would deliver. And I'm just trying to see like what's the status. 5 minutes later, he came back to tell me they don't have a florist in that particular area that could deliver flowers, but they can have them delivered the next day. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I said, no, no. You can cancel the order. He said, well, ma'am, I mean, we can deliver them tomorrow. I can refund you your delivery fee. What? I was like, what? You're going to deliver? What? No, cancel my order and give me back my 61.45. So he said, well, the most I can give you back is 50%. I said, sir, and I was at work. I was at work. I was like, sir, listen, you are going to refund me my 61.45 back to my account because what you should have done on your website is when I placed the order, you should have said, we don't have a florist in that area or we don't service that area because I'm not understanding how you feel that you can deliver it the next day and think it's okay. No, I want my money refunded today back to my account. He said, well, I mean, ma'am, we usually give maybe like I couldn't even let him finish. I promise you, sir, you had better refund me my money. Immediately, I better get my money. Probably within a few minutes, I got an email saying we're going to refund you the full amount. When I checked my account that night, I see that charge being reversed because I'm telling you, it was not going to be nice for this company. It was not. That's why I use 1-800-Flowers. This is why, because they're reliable, they're dependable, and she would have gotten her flowers. So I ended up calling. I was so mad though. My son was like, Mom, you could do Instacart. And I didn't know you could do Instacart and have them go into the grocery store and get the flowers that's are in the vase and have those delivered. So that's what we ended up doing. So anyway, long story short, that's what that 5112 is for. Just ridiculous. So, and I told my son, next time, do this a week in advance, not the night before. And then the other thing is I automatically put $50 into savings. And so that leaves me with $39.89 out of this check. But that's what I did with this check. I hope you enjoy my little story time as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for continuing to support my channel. So the next video you will see will be me doing my budget because I don't have to do a closeout on this one because we just did the whole budget and closeout all in one video. The next video will be my paycheck budget for my second paycheck from my main job, which I get paid on Wednesday, the 18th. All right, guys, thank you so much. I pray you have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.